you guys in your last relationship, I mean, that had to be very intense.
Well, it was only intense, if you, I mean, speaking of like rogue families, I mean, that family was a little rogue, and
right.
But it was different where, he, I mean, I actually haven't spoken about, I've kind of avoided speaking about him for a long time, but it wasn't before I go on a talk show, it'd be like, yeah, you can say something about me if you want. And it was like, right. I didn't normally talk about relationships and those things. And so, and he actually, didn't mind it or, kind of liked it.
Right. He liked it. But, there was so much. Let me ask you this, and you can answer or not answer. I mean, the rumors were like that the family didn't like you. Like there were all these rumors that put you in the middle of that family. That was like you were breaking up this family or the brothers or something like that. How do you process that?
Well, I will say that it's interesting because I literally was so strategic about. Like whenever I do press, was like avoiding anybody asking me, and since we've been broken up, I actually haven't spoken about it at all. But I will answer it. That his family. I met one brother, the one who was on The Bachelorette.
You did meet him.
I met Jordan. I was friendly with Jordan. And I met the parents only a couple times, and before he and I started dating. He hadn't spoken to the parents and one brother for like 8 months before we started dating. So there was already
and a rift.
I remember my last day on the newsroom when I was filming the newsroom. I spent the day in my trailer, just encouraging him and to like have an honest conversation with your parents and like just kind of bullet point stuff. And then they had a really nice conversation. And then they started coming out when my first year when I was in Green Bay in 2014. And then, it just,
It just went south.
Yeah, I mean, and that's that.
You tried.
Well, I just think it's really important to try to mend things in a family, and I encourage that. But at the end of the day, I mean,
it was out of your control.
Well, I do believe like that family and fame and success can be really complicated if their dreams are connected to your success. So like my family, my younger brother's getting his PhD in physics. My sister graduated magna cum laude from law school. My stepfather is a doctor. My brother has a custom motorcycle business. Nobody wants to be famous. My mom is a little old Asian lady. Couldn't be more little or more old or Asian if you tried. She loves it.
Right.
They don't. There's no connection with the dreams that they want to do in business to my career.
But that is so indicative of the family of an athlete because they see that they have something there and they want, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, and his father played football,
right?
And he's a sports chiropractor, and his
brother kind of
had like a I think they're both one. I mean, they're all in the sports. They're all in sports, and that's and then he is Aaron is one of the best, if not the best quarterback to ever play the game. So, it's their work is, it has a direct connection to what he does.
Of course.
And that's at the end of the day, there's a lot of complications. I don't think either side of the road is clean, but I do think it's not okay when you try to stand on someone's shoulders and then throw dirt in their face, which is what I think they did with him.
And was that hard for you? You were getting so much crap though. I mean, that had to be really hard for you. Like, it's like, well, I'm trying to bring these guys together and.
Yeah. I mean, there was, during that time, it was really unfortunate because he is a quarterback, and I think everybody that I know in sports will say that it's the hardest position in any sport.
Right.
And he puts
the team leader.
And it's a very violent sport, and it's very dangerous. And he's putting himself on the line every game.
Yeah.
And any kind of distraction is unacceptable, and because it's dangerous. And also, there's a lot of people, because it's not just we're playing like in high school or college. There's so many people who depend on him for their livelihood and for their careers and their jobs. And it was just really important to always just be there to encourage and to be supportive. And so, yeah, that, you hear that stuff that's happening, and people want to, create that dialogue, but I just don't really bring it back. You don't bring it home because there's bigger things to worry about.
Yeah, you're in it and you know the truth.
Yeah.
Are you still in touch?
No, not really.